Good evening. I am Harry Price, Mayor of the City of Fairfield, and we are gathered this evening with our Fairfield City Council, our City Manager, Matt Garcia's family, his parents, his cousins, his other relatives, and we are here to pay respects, for it was exactly 1 year ago this evening that some of us gathered over at John Muir Hospital, and we gathered with mixed emotions. And those emotions range from anger, fear, but we found ourselves in a very prayerful mood that evening. Little did we know that Matt would not be rejoining us. So tonight we gather to unveil a plaque in his memory. It is a plaque beside this magnificent tree, and it will be here forever. The dream that Matt had will continue to live. It will live because of you and your commitment to his vision. Matt Garcia is being compared very rightfully to a John F. Kennedy, a Robert Kennedy, to a Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. He had a clear understanding of what it was that he wanted to accomplish, and he wanted to accomplish it in his hometown, in the city of Fairfield. During this past year, we have come together periodically, both to mourn and to celebrate. And tonight, we are going to celebrate his time among us. He was a man of vision, and whereas most of us have two adverbs that we use, later and now, Matt didn't have time for later. What he saw, he wanted to accomplish now. He was a man in a hurry, and he acknowledged every opportunity that he had, that his was a blessed life, that he was on a mission, not as a Don Quixote tilting at windmills, not dreaming the impossible dream, but doing what he knew needed to be done in our city, in our time. And although his years were short, his destiny is that of one who changed the world in a very dramatic and lasting way. He gave hope to those who saw only despair, to those who were cynical and said, "You're too young, you're too ambitious." He gave them reason to believe, and he touched our lives in so many very meaningful ways. So thank you for gathering with us this evening. And there are lots of dignitaries here. They're here because they too were touched by him. And perhaps the greatest lesson we can learn is the lesson of compassion and giving people a sense of purpose, a sense of hope. And now I would like his mother, Teresa Cortamach, to say a few words, please.
I just want to thank you all. This past year has been, there's no words to express how it's been. It's been horrifying, devastating, and at the same time I got so much hope from you. And you know what the mayor said about Matt doing things now, and that's how he had to, and I just believe that Matt knew something that we didn't know. And it's allowed us to move forward and to come together as a community, and that's what we need to remember, and that's what we need to do. We're here for each other. This is not a one-man show. We are a community that needs to stick together and help one another and move forward in a positive way. Thank you.
Raymond?
I just briefly want to, again, thank you for being here this evening, folks. I briefly want to read an excerpt from a song that says, "We never will stop. We will all do our part to keep the dream alive. Let's mentor these kids, get guns off the streets. We need to stop the crime." This is a chorus from the Keep the Dream Alive 2 Mentor These Kids CD that we will exchange for unwanted guns that potentially could end up in criminal hands. This is the collection of several young artists in our community that have made the commitment to be the change in the world that we live in by publicly expressing their voices. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand before you tonight and we're reminded of the fact a year ago a young man, our son, grandson, cousin, uncle, confidant to many of you, your Fairfield City Councilman, that had a dream. That dream was to support you, help stop crime, and ultimately strengthen our community. His life was cut short from one single bullet that he took to the back of his head from an abandoned gun that was sold at a garage sale. Friends, his dream is alive. It has become a reality in so many of the hearts and minds and the lives that have committed themselves to the change in our community, the world that we live in. You and me, all of us, have been given an opportunity. It's called life. Let's be purposeful in it. Let's be the change. God's peace and purpose on all of you. Thank you for being here this evening.
And now, Teresa and Raymond, would you unveil the plaque, please? And now I would ask each of us to join hands with the person beside you, behind you, the one who is nearest to you. There are no strangers here this evening. We come in peace. We come in memory. We come to celebrate Matt Garcia and his enduring contribution to our community. And would you repeat after me, please, 3 times? Let us keep the dream alive. 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 Thank you very much, and take time to look at the play. Thank you.